Peace and blessings, divine beings. I am doing a channeling with the Egyptian gods. I call upon the Neteru, giving in any higher guidance that they have to give to the collective at this time. We call upon the love, the might, the strength, the will of the Neteru. The first card that we have is Ra. Ra is one of the most central figures in the Neteru, the Egyptian pantheon. He is seen as the sun, but in order for Ra to become as magnificent as he is, he must always go through darkness. He must always walk through darkness. He must go through the night, and when the sun goes down, he goes down. And it's the understanding that during that time he's in battle, he's fighting, he's doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but when he comes back up, when daylight comes back in again, he is magnificent. He is ever expanding. He is continuously growing. The message that I'm getting right now is that life goes in highs and lows. And if you're watching this, you may be at a low moment. And I'm getting the sense that it's already done, but you're still kind of being mentally attached to it. You're actually in need right now. You're in need to be more vocal. You're in need to be more public. You're in need to be more expressive. You're in need to be more seen. If you expect godliness out of others, you need to start becoming an embodiment of the principles that you want to see in others, that you want to see in the world. If you do not preach anything, if you do not embody anything, if you do not say anything, if you don't express anything, then you're allowing whatever generational thing, whatever dominant narrative, whatever religion that you feel is just like overimposing humanity, you're allowing it because you're silent and you're just becoming a bystander. Ra is saying we don't need people to be awake or asleep. We need people to be silent. That's how it works. So if you're silent, it's working. If you are quiet, if you are behind the scenes, if you put yourself in the margins, then guess what? The systems of power, control, and oppression, the same things that have binded you, they're working. And the message that I'm getting is having to fight against perhaps religion in your bloodline, having to say this isn't for me, or taking what did apply, taking what did resonate and moving it forward. For some of you, you have seen people in your bloodline who have very powerful spiritual gifts that do come from the Neteru, that do come from ancestors, and what I'm hearing is that they prescribe it to this outside deity that has never done anything for them. Oh, that's a big message. That's a big message. It's gonna, if you want generational wealth, if you want generational healing, if you want to end family curses or family traumas or narratives of pain in your family or separation, you have to go into knowing your higher self. You have to go into embodying your higher self. Every day you have an opportunity to speak to your higher self. Every decision you're making, ask your higher self in that then and there moment, what would you do? How would you react? Ask your higher self every moment when you feel indecisive for higher wisdom. Take 3 deep breaths and let those breaths guide you. Some of you need to be outside in the sun more. The sun can give you more downloads. Ask Ra. Look at the sun. Ask Ra. May you enlighten me. May you give me any messages. May you give me any guidance. May you shine brilliance upon me, removing all the layers of the false self. If you speak to the sun, just like if you speak to the moon, asking them to charge your energy, asking them to cleanse you, asking them to heal you, asking them to empower you, they absolutely will. It just takes the moment to connect. It takes the moment to say hello, and you can do so telepathically, all right? We need more of you. We need more of you. We need more of you is the biggest message that I'm getting. We need more divine speakers. We need more divine prophets. We need more divine creatives. Show people the magnificence of who you are. It's time you do it. It's time. You're needed. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your head. Get out of your imposter syndrome. Do not over-define yourself by how other people in the past have treated you, how siblings have treated you, how parents have treated you, how family members have treated you, how your ex has treated you, how your spouse right now might be treating you. The first card that we have is Devil. The reason why there's control is because most of you are silent. That's the message that I'm getting. Most of you are silent. You need to be more public. You need to be more known. You need to be heard. You need to be seen. And you might be asking yourself, what exactly am I supposed to be sharing? Sharing the embodiment of your higher self. sharing the embodiment of your greatness, sharing the embodiment of your magnificence. Some of you have subconscious fears when it comes to taking up space, when it comes to being in your light, being in your truth. And it's like you can have fun in that. You can have pleasure, you can have humor, you can have creativity. Ra is saying, I'm not asking for no saintliness. I'm not asking for no, like, this fake bravado, right? Of channeling spirit, channeling source. I'm asking you to be the truest you, the most natural you, allowing your inner sun to come forward, your inner light to come forward, your solar plexus chakra to expand, taking up as much space as you need to. Take up space is the biggest message that I'm hearing. Express yourself. Be honest. Don't just conform. Don't just swallow your truth down to make other people comfortable. Be for real. I'm getting the sense of also being for real in your with your spirituality in public. If there are so many people out there telling you what you need to believe in, telling you to follow this narrative of a God that has not served a lot of you, understand that you need to be the opposite. You need to talk about what you're doing to help yourself. You need to be talking about your connection to source, your connection to earth, your connection to crystals, your meditations, your journeys. You need to give people as much essence of your truth as possible, because these people aren't even speaking truths, they're speaking programming. If you want the programming to end, it's as simple as starting to be a beacon of your own light, being a beacon of your own energy, being honest with yourself, not caring what people think. Be as bright as you can be with your own natural glows, your own natural hues. That is what's going to save the world. That is what's going to change people. That's what's going to make people want to ascend to a higher status, to a higher sense of purpose, to a higher connection with themselves, and to a higher connection with earth. Yo, Ra is like, the religion has not done anything except taint the planet, except create a massive scar on the planet, except create a disconnect with the planet. If you want riches in this life, the next card that I'm seeing is the King of Pentacles. Is the understanding that you need to be more in touch with your godliness, your own higher self, your inner God, your inner goddess. You need to be in touch with your divinity. And it's as simple as going to the mirror and bearing witness to all the great things that you are. Asking your higher self, come forward, show me more, tell me more. For some of you, I'm hearing work with the crystal celestite. For others of you, I'm hearing work with clear quartz, work with amethyst, lapis lazuli, any crystal that can help your crown chakra, because your higher self wants to talk to you. Let alone us, the Egyptian gods are saying. Your higher self wants to talk to you. And you need to treat your higher self just like you would treat any of these different guides that you have, because your higher self is your main pilot and your main driver. And you need to always ask yourself, what would my higher self do in this situation? When you face opposition, when you're in a state of fear, when you're in a state of inner conflict, ask yourself, what would my higher self do in this situation? The next card that we have is the Seven of Cups, confusion. A lot of you are trying to still be cool with people who are not deserving of it. You're trying to align yourself with people who will never do the work to align with you. You're trying to have patience with people who have no ounce of patience for you being in your truth. A lot of you are not being in your truth because you're scared that people will not love you. And this is where you need to break out of that. The right people in this life, and there are people in this life aligned to that, will love you unconditionally no matter what. Because when you are in the embodiment of who you are naturally joyful, you are naturally happy. This is allowing even your inner child to heal, your inner child to come forward. And you silencing yourself to please others, that's giving a disruption to your own heart chakra. A lot of you here are meant to end generational curses, but that also means that you're going to have to make some family members uncomfortable. And this isn't about trying to piss anybody off on purpose, but it's about you being in your truth. That's simple. If family members are saying they don't understand you, Ra is like, they don't even understand themselves. What are you expecting? We have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles can be a very constricting space because it's about like song and dance and trying to appease, trying to continuously appease, trying to appease. You're, I don't know, some of you I'm hearing you're being caricatures. Like you're not being your truest self. And then we have the World. You're actually not even supposed to be located where you're located at now. Some of you live with family, you're supposed to be gone. And if you have that intention to go, Ra is saying start talking to your higher self, ask for that to go. For others of you, you're going to find family in different people that you would have never expected. Family in people who are of like spirit. Not of like minds, because we need challenges and opposition sometimes, but of like spirit, like spirited individuals. We have the Knave of Wands, self-expression, trusting yourself, being confident in your self-expression, and creativity and writing and painting and music and creation and sharing your messages. These are all ways in which we are prophets of our higher self, or we are messengers of our higher self. Creativity is just a vessel for people to connect to their crown chakra, to connect to the soul star chakra, which is above the crown chakra, to connect to source, to connect to their own higher self. For those of you who are creatives, your creativity gives you the channel messages. Your creativity helps you. I'm seeing it as a ladder or a stairwell connecting you to your higher self. The more you create, the more you journal, the more you write, the more you do whatever creative medium that you do, it's getting you more closer to understanding your divine truth, your divine essence, your divine being. And the last card that we have is the King of Swords. There's some battles that have to be done in order to get people out of being asleep, being in tight in bondage to ideas and belief systems that don't benefit them, that quite actually hurt them. I'm going to be honest and say something just because I'm feeling like saying it. When you start talking to the Egyptian gods, even the Greek gods, even the Orisha, the Loa, the Sumerians, the Norse, you start realizing how they know this Western belief system that has been passed down, this Abrahamic belief system, is a bunch of BS. And it hasn't served anybody. If it has been serving people, the world would be in a happier state. Nature would be better. Nature would be happier. When you look at all these ancient gods, they're all different essences of earth, all different essence of nature. They all represent an element. In Egyptian, you have them having like the wings, having like bird heads, and that's representative of earth. The Neteru, the Egyptians, they had those animalistic aspects. The Greeks, they represent nature. All of them do. The Orisha too. So this is the understanding that we need to not discard earth. We need to be connected to earth. And it does serve this planet for you to be your realest self, your truest self. And the more those of us who are children of the gods connect to the gods, the more they're going to guide us to connect with earth too. Because that is how we heal, and that is how we grow, and that is how we thrive. Ra is showing me different outer planets, such as like where the Atlanteans are now at, such as the Anunnaki. And it's like the civilizations are so rich, they're so beautiful, but they always give homage to the planet that they inhabit. They always give homage. And we have to get back to that. As simple as words of gratitude, as simple as libations to the trees, as simple as burning some incense, some frankincense, some myrrh out in nature. You can get a cauldron and do it. As simple as pouring honey to a tree, as simple as giving gratitude and saying thanks. We need to take care of earth, but we also need to take care of ourselves And we also need to be honest in our self-expression, because all that religion has done is created a mass disconnection from ourselves, from earth. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but even money, right? We're taught that money's evil, money's bad. The religion tells us that. But then the same people who profit from that have the most money. The Vatican has money from all over the world. So wake up and be your honest and realist self. If enough people, if enough ascended beings, if enough beings of the gods awaken to the truth, awaken to their own God essence, the world will have an energetic shift, an energetic upgrade. When we have a higher vibration, Earth can be higher with us. But if everybody's in the low vibration, Earth is struggling to ascend. And eventually it will ascend and just keep people in their low vibrational states, and their lives will kind of wreak havoc. But we need to catch up with Earth. And when we are energetically high, we're not dumping on Earth. We're not dumping in spaces that we go to. We're actually contributing. We're giving light. We're giving air. So now start speaking in your truth to make that light even stronger, to make that light even higher. You don't know who you're going to influence. You don't know who you're going to empower by being your most true divine self. All right? That was the message. I give gratitude to Ra. If you like the decks that I'm using, it is the Tarot Nefertari. And my favorite to connect with the Neteru, the Egyptian gods, the Book of Doors. I have links to purchase them on my Amazon shopping list. If you do buy from there, I get like $1 or $2 from commission, even though it's the same price. And yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. My name is AstroPapi. I am on Instagram. If you want to follow me there, if you want to book a private reading, how to do so is on the about below as well. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great, and may you always be divine, all right?